What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Well, I had a different video planned for you guys today, but thankfully this trade happened before that video went live because we're doing today's video. Obviously, Pascal Siakam has been officially sent to the Indiana Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton has himself a new two-way star in Pascal Siakam. Let's get into the trade details. Let's give our raw reaction to the trade. Let's talk about it. Let's do this Pascal Siakam Indiana Pacers rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. As you guys can tell, we are on trade stuff as soon as it happens. That is my goal, to always be as fast as I can with these videos because I love talking about them. I love doing videos on them as soon as I possibly can. And thankfully, I'm home today where the trade happened while I was just sitting on my couch. So here we are. So let's talk about it. So this is my initial raw reaction. And of course, the tweets are still going live. So maybe there's some more stuff out of this trade that I don't have in here at the moment. So basically, Bruce Brown, Jordan Nwora, 3 first-round picks are heading to the Raptors. So they're getting 3 first-round picks for an expiring Pascal Siakam. That's pretty good. I won't lie. That's really good value. Getting Bruce Brown as well, who is someone, if they want to keep long-term, is a really good role player, as we all know, or they could even flip him maybe at the deadline potentially if they still want to do that, if they're able to. I actually don't know how that works, but they could. And then Jordan Nwora, nice solid young player, nothing too crazy. Kyle Lewis is somehow involved in here, going to Toronto as well. Indiana's getting a second-round pick back from the Pelicans, and for them being in this trade, still not understanding Pelican side of things here too much. I'm sure there's something that's missing. Garrett Temple has actually not been reported in the trade. I just needed someone in here to fill out the trade because obviously I can't send that many players to the Raptors. So while we're recording this, hopefully something is updated from the Pelican side of things, because unless they're just like simply going to go off Kyle Lewis's contract, I'm a little confused on what they're getting, but maybe I'm missing something here. But whatever. Pelican side doesn't really matter too much anyway. It's more about the Pacers and the Raptors. And of course, we're talking about the Pacers side of things. We're going to go ahead, force that trade to go through. We can turn off trade override now. And man, what an absolute banger trade. The Pacers get themselves the guy they're looking for. New big 3 with Halliburton, Siakam, and Miles Turner. They don't even have to trade Mathurin out. They don't have to trade Jarvis Walker out either. They keep their young players. So honestly, really, really solid trade. I really like this return for the Pacers, as long as Siakam is willing to resign. If he's not going to resign, then obviously it's kind of a disaster, but I assume he gave the Pacers a nod. They're like, okay, hey, if I come over there, I will resign. I think him and Halliburton is going to be a great duo anyway. So you know what? Shout out to the Pacers for going for it. Obviously, Halliburton is hurt at the moment, but he'll be back very, very soon. And let's just simulate year 1. So let's just see how this goes. And let's see once Halliburton is healthy, how this team can do. They may even move Buddy Hield at the deadline as well. He was not in this trade at all. So, yeah. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll probably do the Raptors side of things. But as I keep going throughout this video, we shall see if more details are updated here. But as I'm recording this at the moment, what I just showed you is what I've seen so far. So let's simulate year 1. Let's see how this goes for the Pacers. The Jokic wins MVP at the end of year 1. Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year. Russ Westbrook, 6th man. Wembanyama, also defensive player. Jalen Johnson, most improved. And Steph is their clutch player. Here's your All-NBA first team. So Halliburton, of course, makes it. He had a great season other than getting injured, which he'll hopefully be back very soon. But here's how it went. So we actually finished up as the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference, which is pretty solid. We're a play-in team. Obviously, we'd be a lot better. We would hope to be a lot better than that after trading for Pascal Siakam, but we'll take it for year 1 without us, obviously making more moves here. So Halliburton, Siakam, 15, 14 from Miles Turner, or from Mathurin, and then 15 from Miles Turner, 13 from Buddy Hield, 11 from Toppin, and 10 from Aaron Nesmith. So let's see if we get out of the play-in, and we do not so far. Let's see what we get. We get Atlanta. I have a bad feeling about not making out of the plan, because Atlanta is one of those teams that just, for whatever reason, when you play them, they're just like super OP. So we'll see if we can get out, though. Obviously, would love to be in the playoffs after trading for Siakam. Would be kind of a disappointment if you're the Pacers, trade for Siakam, don't make the playoffs, and that is going to be the case here, at least in 2K. So unfortunately for us in 2K, we do not make the playoffs in year 1, but we haven't put our obviously fingerprints on this team yet, as far as me, as far as I'm considering on this team here in 2K, as I'm trying to talk, but I don't know what I'm saying, I guess. But you get what I'm trying to say. I need to make some moves here. So retirements, Iguodala, Al Horford. So let's go ahead. James Johnson retires as well. But let's get straight to the lottery. We're actually going to be here. Actually, our pick's going to the Raptors because that trade just happened. So this would work out for the Toronto Raptors really well. And thankfully, it doesn't jump up too much. It stays at 13. So we miss out on the 13th pick, which sucks. But at the end of the day, I mean, obviously, Missing out 13 is better than it like jumping up in the top 4 or something. So at least we don't have that. But we're going to go ahead and fill out this coaching staff, and we'll figure out what the next steps are to making this team better and solidifying this team as a not only a contender, or not only a playoff team, but a contender in the Eastern Conference, because that would be the Pacers' goal with Halliburton, obviously. The latest update I just read from Woj is that Siakam is very eager to work out a contract with the Pacers this summer, so it sounds like he is on board of trying to stay in Indiana, which is a good sign. Why the Pacers were willing to give up so much, of course, because they pretty much have a nod, wink, wink, maybe, that Siakam is willing to resign. So we'll see how that goes. So obviously, our first step this offseason would be to resign him. So let's go ahead and make sure we take care of that. So let's just get straight to rookie signing. Since we have a draft pick, we had a couple second rounders, which I'll sign. Player options, Benedict Mathurin, of course, will accept. Buddy Hield, or Jalen Smith, I apologize, declines his player option. And then qualifying offers, Obi Toppin, probably someone I want to bring back. And then free agency, we'll see what we're going to do here. So obviously, first step, you got to resign Siakam. Like, that is going to be the main thing that we need to worry about. So I don't know what his salary is going to end up being, but obviously we got to make sure he comes back. So he has no other offers, but we're just going to pay him and give him his bag. And now we have Jalen Smith and Buddy Hield, both as free agents. Now, Buddy Hield is someone I wouldn't mind bringing back, but unfortunately, he does go down in overall quite a bit. So Mathurin, I wouldn't mind playing at the 2 going forward. We definitely may, or Siakam will be the 4, obviously. And then Jarris Walker could maybe play next year for us. Isaiah Jackson, not the worst backup 5 in the world, so I don't hate that. And then shooting guard at the moment could either be, obviously, Benedict Mathurin, or if we go out there and sign someone else, it could be somebody different. So, shooting guard. So we have like Malik Monk, but that might not be obviously something we can get. Bruce Brown, his team option was declined by the Raptors, it looks like. So let's secure Siakam really quickly. And I'm going to not renounce Buddy Hield or Obi Toppin, but I'll renounce the other 2. So what shooting guards can we get? So we have Buddy Hield, who's still the top of the ranks here. Small forward, Hamdi Diallo, Simon Fatokio. I'm definitely butchering that name. I think people were making fun of me the other day for saying his name wrong, so I apologize. I almost want to sign a brand new big man and then probably just make another trade. Although Derrick Jones Jr. Would not be a bad get, but Obi Toppin can do similar things to him. So I think at this point, I'm just going to sign Obi Toppin and a center in free agency. I know Isaiah Jackson is fine, and actually, we probably could just rely on Isaiah Jackson. So we're not going to get anybody else. We're just going to simply re-sign Obi Toppin. And I think at this point, we're going to try to trade for a starting 2 guard. I don't know where that's going to come from at the moment, but we'll find a way, hopefully. I don't know if we'll be able to, but we're going to try. So, obviously, we could just resign Buddy Hield, as I mentioned, but we're going to sign not Drummond. Sorry, we already made it. We're not signing Drummond. We're staying with Isaiah Jackson. Obi Toppin, though, I do want to resign. So, I'm going to see. It's not going to let me to actually sign him. Interesting. Okay. Thought it was going to let me sign him back easily, but it's not letting me, which I'm a little surprised by. And I just renounced him. Whatever you lose him, I guess. Jarris Walker play backup minutes next year. So, Hamdi Diallo, TJ Warren. I think Hamdi Diallo would probably be, I don't even think he's in the league right now. His efficiency this year for the Wizards was not great as far as from 3 is concerned. You have TJ Warren. I think we just signed Derrick Jones Jr. at this point. We're signing Derrick Jones Jr. I think that would be the best get available. So we're signing Derrick Jones Jr. in free agency. And then we could play him at the 3 and just start Mathurin at the 2. That's not the worst thing to do. If I move Derrick Jones to the 3, he goes up. So I think that might be actually what we do, because we don't have like a ton of assets left. That is going to push Mathurin down a little bit. But I think him and Halliburton in the backcourt is kind of where I wanted to go with this eventually anyway. McConnell is definitely a contract we can use at the deadline potentially. And Nembhard will go up at the 2. So we'll go ahead and move him there. So here's your player progression after everything we just did there. So got that all taken care of. So you have Halliburton up to a 95, Mathurin up to an 83, Nesmith is up, Nembhard is up, and Jarris Walker is up, which is obviously the main thing we wanted to see. Derrick Jones Jr. So yeah, a little indecisiveness on my part this offseason. Didn't do anything too crazy, but that gives us the ability to explore options at the deadline. So that's kind of my goal here, and kind of hoping that, obviously with a full season of Siakam, that this team is going to just outright make the playoffs. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, obviously. So let's get straight into next season. Let's see how this is going to go. Rotationally, Hires going to let us 13th. Proficiency, we're 4-star perimeter centric, which is everything you want to see. And they do want to keep Nesmith as a starting small forward, which I don't hate at all. Halliburton, Mathurin, Nesmith, Siakam, Miles Turner. I like that starting 5 a lot. Derrick Jones Jr., Nembhard, Isaiah Jackson, TJ McConnell. So that actually leaves Jarris Walker still out of the rotation. So I will probably explore options at the deadline. We're going to see how this team does. One other thing I want to do is I want to look at shot tendencies. So obviously Halliburton's can go up like crazy. Siakam's at an 80, feels fair. And I actually want Mathurin to maybe take a jump this year for us. So we'll see if he can do that for us. But I'll see you guys either at the end of year 2 or at the deadline. It all depends on, what our record is once we cross that bridge. So year 2 comes to an end, and once again, Jokic wins MVP. Castle is your Rookie of the Year. Kevin Porter Jr. Sixth Man. Wembanyama Defensive Player. LaMelo Most Improved. Luka Clutch Player. And Mark Daigneault's Coach of the Year. Harrison is your Executive. Jokic is your MVP. So it looks like the Pelicans, by the way, only just wanted to get off Kyle Lewis's contract. It looks like they've been trying to get rid of it for quite some time, I guess. So guess there must be something else that, benefits him off that trade, obviously, but I don't really know it at the moment. It's probably something to do with the salary cap or something. But Tyrese Halliburton does make All-NBA third team. I'm not expecting to see Siakam on here, but it is great to see Halliburton, of course. But this season went really good, which is obviously why you did not see him at the deadline. We got the second seed in the East, so this is exactly the kind of jump you would want to see your team make after making a trade for a guy like Siakam. So 24.5 from Halliburton, 10 assists alongside with that, 19 from Siakam, 7 rebounds, 17 from Benedict Mathurin, which is exactly the jump we wanted to see, which is great. 15 from Miles Turner, 11 from Nembhard, and then 10 from Isaiah Jackson, 9 from Derrick Jones Jr., 8 from Nesmith, 6.5 from TJ McConnell. So all this is fantastic and really great. The last time we did a Pacers rebuild, the last time we did a Pacers rebuild, I did do a Siakam video on that. But in that trade, I said, I feel like the Raptors are going to ask for Mathurin, and there's going to be no way they do it without him. And so I traded Mathurin in that video. So it feels a lot better to do this video with Mathurin still on this team. And I was obviously way off from my prediction of that, which I wasn't really predicting it, but just something I thought that the Raptors would ask for, because Masai is obviously someone who asks for a lot when he trades his players. But shout out to the Pacers for keeping him, because he could be a really good fit with Halliburton, Siakam, Miles Turner. So really like this trade for the Pacers a lot. Hopefully it works out for them. So Milwaukee Bucks in round 1. They have Damian Lillard, Andre Jackson, Middleton, Giannis, Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez, Marjon Beauchamp, Willie Hernangomez, and Kenrich Williams. So definitely going to be a tough series, but hopefully that we can come out here and win a playoff series with Siakam, and we are going to beat the Bucks in 5. So that's a great start. We beat them in 5, take care of business. So that feels great. And now we get the Hawks in round 2. So Atlanta did eliminate us in the play-in last year. They have signed Miles Bridges now. So definitely could be a tough series. You guys know Atlanta can be in 2K sometimes. So here goes nothing. Similarly, current round against them, and we are going to beat them in 5. So just like that, we already make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So far, this trade is working out. But on the other hand, we get the Cavaliers, which the Cavs, they can be pretty tough to beat, obviously. And I know I just said that about the Hawks, but Cavs are definitely up there too. So Phoenix and Sacramento on the other side, which that game last night was pretty wild. The Kings blew like a 17-point lead with like 2 minutes left, or maybe it was only 5 minutes, but it was crazy. But regardless, if we could beat the Cavs, we're in the finals. So something current round has worked so far, so I'm going to live with it, and we are going to be down 3-2. Now we're going to go to Simcast. We're down 3-2. We can, force a game 7. We have it, we have a chance. That's all you can really ask for at this point. So we are at game 6 at home in Indiana, so I'd love to take care of business here, and we are going to do just that. 110 and 134. 34 from Halliburton, 29 and 10 from Siakam. So let's go to a game 7. And let's see if we can get to the NBA Finals right away. That would be absolutely fantastic. So game 7 in Cleveland. Here we go. Last time the Pacers and the Cavs played in a game 7, that was when Oladipo was here and LeBron was still in Cleveland. We were in a close one with them, but I think they're going to start to run away with it a little bit. So unfortunately for us, as close as we got, it's not going to work out for us. 1 game away from making it to the NBA Finals. Damn, that sucks. So 109 to 130. Looks like we still got a little bit more work to do, but we got the Cavs and the Kings in the finals. The Cavs are going to go on in the championship. So, man, 1 game away. 1 game away from making it to the finals. That sucks. LeBron James retires a Piston. Let's get to the lottery. I don't think it's really going to matter for us too much. Actually, we might have our pick. We do at 24. So we get to add another rookie to this team if we feel the need to do so. I guess we can obviously keep Rick Carlisle in this scenario. We just had a good season with him. No need to just move on from him now. So we're going to sign Kerr here to be our guard guru. And then we can jump in the draft. Obviously, we could try to trade this pick and, get another piece, which on draft night you can make trades. But we only have Derrick Jones Jr. contract. I actually really like him as a role player. Although we could combine Derrick Jones and Nesmith and maybe go get something. Let me see if there's anything out there that would maybe fit that mold. Like, we're obviously going to try to win a championship. I do like this team a lot, but whatever player we're going to go try to get has to make like around like 18 million. Let's say it's 20. Let's say it's like 20 million. So 21.5. I don't know if that's going to be available, but we'll check just in case. So OG Anunoby on the Knicks. I don't know if the Knicks would move off of him, though. We can reunite Siakam and OG. That would be fun. Dylan Brooks, not really the upgrade I'm looking for. At this point, I'm not really sure we get an upgrade by doing any of this. So I think we'll just draft, and then maybe we'll explore that idea after. So let's go see if we can get at pick 24. So at number 24, We have, I don't know how to say his name. We got Lee. We got Connie Carr. We got Bethea. I think we'll go ahead and take Lee here at the top, 6'9" forward out of Michigan. We'll go ahead and have him join the Pacers here. And then we're going to have Hopkins in the second round. Really late pick, only a 70 or 67 overall. Probably waste of a roster spot. Although I think I can two-way him, but I guess I forgot how to do it. There we go. Accept two-way. We'll do that. Player options, Pavic, I'm going to probably accept because that's maybe another young player we can throw in a trade. We still have Ben Shepherd as well. Isaiah Jackson, probably somebody I'm going to try to re-sign. So I think at this point, which actually we have money, but I'm assuming someone is a free agent. Yes, Miles Turner. So we're going to re-sign Miles Turner. We'll keep him around as well. So Miles Turner, will keep him. And I do want to keep Isaiah Jackson, so I'll try to not renounce him as well. So we'll keep Isaiah Jackson. We're going to have to re-sign him to a nice little contract, but this is going to be worth it, I think. So you can stop trying to suggest me to renounce him. Okay. Other than that, free agency, there's not really going to be a whole lot here. So the only thing I think we can do now is upgrade our shooting guard or small forward. So how we do that, let's take a look. Who is the best fit? Obviously, immediately, I think of Mikal Bridges. You know, obviously, I get him quite often, though, so I kind of want to steer away from that if possible. Tower Hero definitely would be someone that would help us out a ton. DeJounte Murray's been available a bunch. Has shot a lot better from three as of late. Jalen Green. Guess if the Rockets were willing to move off of him, maybe. Paul George, Derek White, Brandon Ingram, Anthony Simons. Man, we can go all in on another Brandon Ingram trade. Franz Wagner. Okay, I actually think there's some options here as far as, maybe going all in here. RJ Barrett on the Raptors, if they maybe wanted to get off him, he's still decent in 2K. Middleton. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Why does it keep, blanking after? I must be doing something. Okay. Bradley Beal. Brandon Miller. I would love Brandon Miller. So, I kind of like the idea of RJ Barrett. I do. I don't know if Toronto would be willing to move him. Ingram also intrigues me a little bit, but RJ Barrett, I think, would be pretty interesting. Having him, or DeJounte Murray still intrigues me as well. So, I think we're going to try for DeJounte Murray first, who's been available. So, I think in this scenario, we're gonna include Nesmith, which I've loved, his services here, but I think this would be worth it. Jarris Walker would probably have to be in this trade as well, but this would be our way of going all in, and I think this would be a good way to do it. So hopefully you guys agree with that notion. We include no picks, and we just include a bunch of good players. This might be too much, though. I'm going to probably just include Pavic instead. So let's say it's Nesmith, Jarris Walker, Ben Shepherd, and Pavic. No picks for DeJounte Murray. I mean, he'd be an immediate upgrade to our core. I got to do it, right? They agree. So just like that, we get DeJounte Murray. So I'm excited about that. We can move Mathurin to the 3 now. DeJounte Murray next to Halliburton. Not sure how much I'd love the fit, but I think it would do just fine. So Halliburton, Mathurin, Nembhard, Derek Jones Jr., Pascal Siakam, and then Miles Turner and Isaiah Jackson. Obviously, with Walker being gone, we do need a better backup point guard too, or whatever. So Caruso, Buddy Hield, Duncan Robinson, KCP, or it could sign like a Jonathan Isaac, which probably going to sign Jonathan Isaac. So we'll sign Jonathan Isaac to be our backup 4, and we are ready to roll into next season with the hopes that DeJounte Murray is the missing puzzle piece to get us over the hump. So no picks involved. I think that was a pretty solid trade for us. Really liking this roster. I think we have a really good chance of potentially getting to the finals next year. That is my ultimate goal, obviously, with this team. I think we've done just that. I'm going to auto-generate the rookies because that's how confident I am that this could be our year. Pirates going to land us 8th overall, 4.5 proficiency. So even the proficiency went up. Halliburton, Murray, Mathurin, Siakam, Turner, Derek Jones, Isaiah Jackson, Nembhard, and Jonathan Isaac. So hopefully this is our year. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3, hopefully hoisting a Larry O'Brien trophy. But first step, maybe get like the first seed in the East. Kind of hoping to see Halliburton win MVP in this potential final season, but unfortunately we did not get that. I'm assuming we could maybe see him on All-NBA first team. Love to see it. Reason why I wanted to see that, averaging 29 and 13, even after adding DeJounte Murray, still absolutely beasting out here. So All-NBA or All-Defensive second team, All-Defensive first team, no Pacers representatives here. All-NBA third team, All-NBA second team. But we are the first team in the East, which is obviously was our ultimate goal, was to get the first seed. That's the first step. None of that matters if we don't win a championship here. So 29 from Halliburton, 17.5 from Murray, 16 from Siakam, 16 from Mathurin, 12 from Turner, 8.5 from Derek Jones Jr. So Miami in round 1. Got Proctor, Hero, Butler, Jason Tatum joins them. Man, not who I really want to see in round 1. Not going to lie to you, but I still feel pretty confident about my team. We'll see what happens. Somebody current round, and we are going to beat them in 5. Okay. We take care of the Miami Heat. Did not really expect we would, but we did, thankfully. Now I get the Knicks, who no longer have Jalen Brunson. Instead, they have Miles McBride. So I have a good feeling we should be able to beat them, but you never really know with this game. And then Cleveland is gone as well. So Atlanta is the only team I mean, Detroit definitely can be scary sometimes too with how much their roster progresses, as they got Brunson, but they lost Cade Cunningham. So I guess that, that could work in our favor. But I'm assuming we can beat the Knicks without Jalen Brunson, and we are going to sweep them. So we take care of them very easily. Out of course, in the other side of things, we got the Thunder. But Atlanta in the conference finals, which obviously we took Murray from them. They have Jarris Walker. I wonder how he's doing for them. He's averaging 13 points per game. Could have been patient with Jarris Walker, but I think adding DeJounte Murray and going for it was the better move. But 1-0 so far, 39-15. Game 2, 2-0. So far, we've only dropped one game, which is honestly exciting. Okay, I was about to say, I bet I jinx it. But no, we beat them in 4. So we take care of the Eastern Conference super easily. And now we get the Thunder or the Clippers. I'm hoping it's the Clippers, to be honest with you. But of course, it's the Thunder. So yeah, the Thunder, one of those teams that I never have good luck beating. So have a little bit of a bad feeling here. But maybe we can get some luck here. Only current round, 2-2. All right, here we go. So game 5 in Oklahoma City. We got to try to win this one. If we can win game 5 here, I'm pretty confident we can beat them in game 6. So let's just come out here and win game 5. And then we can hoist a trophy. Oh man, it's going to be close. We are going to lose game 5 though. All right, game 6 in Indiana. So here we go. Game 6 in Indiana. Let's see if we can win this one and force a game 7 back to Oklahoma City. Would love to just blow them out. No sweat here for this game 6, but it looks like they're going to be on our tail. But looks good right now. We are going to force a game 7. So 109 and 122. 46 from Halliburton. All right, man. Game 7 in Oklahoma City. I think we play our 8 best players. Let's shrink the bench utilization down. Let's make sure our starting 5 is playing as many minutes as possible. Game 7. Let's blow them out. Come on. Let's just come out here and blow them out. Don't let them do it to us. They have the lead right now. Get back in the game, and the Thunder are going to beat... yeah, they're going to beat us. Okay. The Thunder beat us, which was to be expected. I always have bad luck beating the Thunder. Yeah, we'll go one more year, just one more season. So I will just snap my finger and we'll just get straight to next season. So pretty confident about this team going into next year. So let's just get straight to next season. So in this potential last season, Halliburton does get that MVP award, which is obviously what I wanted to see. But what I'm going to do, boys, is we are going to simulate playoffs. We're going to live with the results. So let's see how this goes to end this video. 27 from Halliburton, 20 from Siakam, 19.5 from Murray, 19 from Mathurin, 14 and 10 from Miles Turner. So we've ran, I believe, an 8-man rotation all season. Bench utilization's down really badly, so our starting 5 is what's playing the most. Somebody playoffs, cross our fingers, hope we get back to the finals. I may stop if we get to the finals. Cleveland in round 2, we beat them in 5, and we sweep the competition. We don't have to deal with the Thunder. We get the Rockets instead. Amon Thompson, Green, Brooks, Jabari, Şengün, Collier. Game 1, 1-0 goes to them. Game 2, are we really going to get beat in the finals again? Nope. Can we win 3 straight? Yes, we can. Can we beat them in 6? Yes, we can. Let's go, baby. We won a championship at the end of the video. So, Halliburton is your finals MVP. Guys, let me know what you're thinking about this Siakam trade. Was this worth it for the Pacers? Was this an overpay? Who won the trade? Who lost the trade? Give me your guys' overall thoughts are down in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.